Let's get that daggone TV on track. Hope this all looking good when I'm done. Sedley soak if you did. Sedley soak if you didn't know. Got faith. Do I have a remote control? Don't see it yet. Did I whistle for it? Hey, remote, where you at? Come on. Where's your remote? Where's that remote control? Where is that remote control? Dang it. I swear I lose stuff in here every 27 and a half minutes. Even when I'm not down here, I come down and whatever number of 27 minutes have gone by, that's how many things I will lose. That's all right. Plan B. Do it on the read the chat on the phone, hopefully. If there's a telephone that works. Bearded Viking. Holy smokes. Bearded Viking. Oh. Wow. Not only Bearded Viking, but Wes does it. Jesus Christ. Freaking celeb fest. Together, we've got almost 250,000 viewers. Like that Eddie Murphy skit back in the day. He was talking about Johnny Carson. He said Johnny Carson's household. Johnny Carson's wife was like, I'm doing some babysitting on the side. So now we have $27,000,038 from the 38 cents. But I thank you for showing up. I appreciate you, boss. Here making bootleg boxes. Bootleg boxery. Only the bootleggiest of boxes. 100-year-old. Going to be interesting. Tell you that much. I don't know that I'm going to handstand all of that. No offense to those who don't rock with the technology. I can't say I'm a fan of how that's going. I'll be honest with you. I'll flip it this way. This might be a mistake, but it might not. Let's see. Oops. Maybe we should clean that too first. Because that's gonna be pretty aggressive. Which I generally don't mind. Okay, let's try it. I really don't like the way that's wearing. But this is okay with it. Yeah. There's some progress. That's all ugly. Not bad. Still got that. Still got that. I gotta clean that off. See if I can find a little scrub-a-dubber. Man, I got stuff everywhere. Anyway, thanks for riding with me, y'all, and hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Sorry if I'm screaming in your ear. I don't think this is an age-honored technique. Focus. I think that might be good enough where we can go ahead and put the hand sand on the rest of that. Start getting that together. Let's take this with us. I'm over here. What you doing over there? I'm over here. Crying out. What up, Gage? How you doing, man? Do I have volume. Just FYI, I don't even know. Some YouTube's been weird today. You should get that chestnut going though. Now we needed to sand this top anyway, so happy to do it that way. But now this 80 grit seems to do the trick and touching up the rest of it. I'm gonna throw my supervillain mask on. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Gage. I am thinking I'm probably going to end up knocking some off of this thing. We did cut it just a little bit bigger when we needed it. I don't think we're too bad. Let's go ahead and clean this off. Suction. Suction. Not too bad. We got, looks like we got some holes where either the epoxy got sanded out or it's just knocked it out of there. But let's see what it looks like. Put a little color on it anyway. It'll still be all right. So if that ends up being what we have there, I think that'd be okay. We got to figure out how to make these hinges work. Looks like that's a good scenario. But we got to shorten them screws. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we're going to do it. I think I'm going to try to use a pair of vice grips, clamp onto them, put them on this grinder or this belt sander, and see if I can get them to lock in that way. Or just cut it down and then just try to put a tip on it, see if it'll grab, you know? Don't know. And I don't see my vice grips. I'm gonna have to go with the channel locks, which is still pretty decent. Let's see if this old blade, this old belt's got anything left on it. Not bad. It's going to be hot as all get out. But if I don't throw it on the floor and lose it forever, it might work. Let's see if I can put a little tape on it. Dang it. Hard to get a good angle on it. Hard to get a good angle on it, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. What I'm not going to do is put the pressure of this box or the weight of this on there. I'm going to just take this hinge off, set it here, screw that in, see how that goes. And I'll just go back in those same holes when it's time to put back. I'm going to do a quick check. Make sure we line up good. We'll just bump it up against the back side right there. Hey, Crafts with Heather, how you doing? Welcome back. Ramon, how you doing? Go ahead and lower that. Get the ratchet. All right, so I think the way these hinges work is you just put them right at the edge for the most part. I'm going to press in, and then I'm going to just try to drive that thing. Grabbed. I did grab. Now I'm going to do this again a couple other times. It's going to look a little counterintuitive, but probably necessary. As I do these and put them in, I'm going to drop a little drop of a super glue in there. See if I can get it a little bit more seated with a chemical as well. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. All right, we're gonna go right over here. Hit these screws one by one. I'm gonna stand on this side. I think I can see a little better this way. Let's grind it down. Whoop and whoop. Potential spam. I can't wait. No, thank you. What up, Ricky? How are you? Welcome. Welcome. All right, so we're gonna go just like that. We got both of our screws there. Where is our some super glue here? Hopefully this is enough. Look around, see if I see any more anywhere near. I probably won't because I'm a slob. Freaking slob. I'll just be moving too fast. Curses. I'm out. Could mix some epoxy. I think that would be probably the next best thing, if not the best thing. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get set up for it then. All right. Make us another little epoxy sandwich. Good night, my guy. Bedtime in Scotland. Thanks for the Bob Ross tones, dude. Ha. That is an amazing comparison. Yo, my kids and I were watching Bob Ross 2 days ago. This was the first time I had ever shown them, and I was like, and they was like, oh yeah, I love Bob Ross. And I was like, what? Just get it naturally? Did you just naturally get vibes? And I felt like a good parent for a second. For a second. Ricky Ben, what's up? How are you? What you been up to? Tim in the building. What's good? What's good? This is getting even more involved than I anticipated, which is not a bad thing. It's just a thing. I'm going to put 2 of these in here. I'm going to make 2 more little short screws that won't bust through the top of my box. And then in no time, that we will be ready to get down, baby. And then there were 3. Screw number 4. You was fly once, now you're losing all your stunts. Oh, yes, girl said you got the Willie Blunt thing. Walk with the swagger. Now you simply stagger from one spot on to the next spot, on to the next spot, on to the next. For me, you can't rob, check, get a job. Happy with a holes filled with sand. Give that to the jack, man. This time we are also gonna make a little tape situation, but this time we're not gonna stick it down. Just gonna leave it right there. Put a little bit there so we can mix it without it slipping and sliding. But that's it. A little bloop. Assist it with a little squirt. Or bloop boop. Ooh. Random trash off the floor. And we begin to mix. And we got to be a little bit careful with this because once we put that epoxy on there, we are not going to have a whole lot of options. Right, we got a decent little mix there, I think. Put that right there. This is going to go about as simple as you can imagine. I want to make sure some epoxy gets in the hole that I'm making. Plenty of it get in that backer right there. That down. Get one of these screws started. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Didn't anticipate wobble. Lots of downward pressure. As soon as I'm seated, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to risk working those out. A little bit of epoxy on the tip of that screw. And that's going in fine too. As soon as we feel pressure, let that screw sit right there. Ugh. I'm gonna unseat these two on this one. And I'm left that in there. I left that in there so that it can keep the orientation that it started with, just in case I miscue, set it, flip direction, something weird. Because these are pretty permanent at that point. They're not just going to pop back out. Right. We don't need much. Go in, we try to line up the same way as this one. It's a little bit deeper than we had on the box top. I'm at the box base. Getting some bite. That's it. All right. So what we know is we got epoxy in there. We got some threads in there. Let me get that little bit of extra off the face. I don't want my hinge to stick to itself on accident or on purpose. I'm gonna get whatever little excess I can off of there. I'm gonna let that set for a few minutes. That's all really we need is a few. And then we can have the confidence these hinges will hold onto this piece. Otherwise, we don't want to put pressure on them because they'll be holding up the weight of that lid. It's a fairly light lid, but still, we want to be careful. We'll let that do that. And see if I can find me a charger. It looks like my monitor is trying to die. My other phone. So let me move around the shop and get that together as well. I'm probably the most unorganized YouTuber that there is. It'd be like Wes does it 90% of the time. The other 10%, he's losing his stuff. All right, so we got these drying. And we can always tell by how our mix is doing, how our epoxy is doing. Make sure we got enough screws for everything. There's 1, 2, 3. I need one more. I need one more. I might have some extras. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Food poisoning right there. I don't know what you mean. Explain that. 121 fresh. What food is down here getting poisoned? I'm lost a little bit. Hey, Caleb, how you doing? Siege, how you doing? Maybe 121 fresh sounds like a food channel. Maybe he thinks these are chopsticks. Maybe he's like, that syrup is no good out of those tubes. Hey, Frank, what's happening? Hey, Wes, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you, Siege. Had any projects come up lately? You've been working on? Done any knifing? Well, Jugger Caleb says, great. Right on. Caleb is one heck of a talented dude. One heck of a talented dude. If you're not following him, you're stupid. Unless you just didn't know, and then you're ignorant. But now you know, and your excuses are becoming few. Let's see. We do a little bit of this. We can, that'll keep that from sliding right. Got enough weight and girth to it. Don't you slide though. Don't want the box to slide either. Oh, I get it. Don't be trying to get stuff in you. That won't be good. Like making my own slow close hinges by getting epoxy in them. Real fast though. I'm gonna put some screws in this bad boy before it slips down. Na 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 na. You remember that trash? It's the hate masterpiece. Oh, I couldn't stand him for so long. I respect his business swag, but ooh, I'm not a fan of the music, son. I am putting pressure on these hinges and this door, despite my futile attempts not to. I feel like my hinge on this side might be further out than my hinge on that side. Getting slightly concerned, but not overly. Let's see what happens. Well, something's catching. This side, it needs to shift that way substantially. Substantially. That is not going to be an easy task. Fresh caught the flu. Maybe he was in there voice typing. Oh, maybe that was a warning for us. Maybe he was letting us know it's going down over there. hit the like button. Salmonella on it. Doggone it, fresh. Need to make a large bead to drawstring a bag. Make some. I mean, that's what we be doing, don't it? Ain't it? I'm gonna just go over a little bit with that. Not even gonna do any massive chiseling. Just a little bit. I'm gonna just chop out shoulder like a millimeter, both sides, and then I'm gonna shift them that way. Very, very incremental. I don't want to leave big gaps behind. And then we're also gonna have to, I hate doing this. I really, really, really do. But I have to fill these holes. Get this rig over. What's very handy in a situation like this is a little tiny mallet. Obviously don't have one. I need to go in all the way over there. Gonna be our first thing. And if we need to shift our hole right, you want to fill it, and then you want to put your screw on the opposite side of where you're trying to push over to. You compress that material to hold it in. Oh, I need to put in another situation. I wish I had some better pieces. What if I can't just snap another piece? I'll go in there. This is gonna go over here. That should pull that hinge over. A little bit. Snap off your extra. I really don't know what's good here. Can't tell if that needs to. Don't know. Not gonna move it yet. It's important you fill a hole on something like that. Otherwise, obviously, you got a loose situation. Wood is going to expand and contract at the same rate as its brothers and sisters. If we get it packed in there good, screw biting this wood is just as good as that screw biting that wood. One of the few situations where it's acceptable and preferable to bite wood. Dad jokes. Excellent. Party time. All right. I'm making quite an intentional effort to push this one towards inside of the box and that away. I can get this one to also travel in the way that I want. And that is grabbing nice and tight. You don't really have to worry. Now we'll go ahead and put our final screw in here. Hopefully it stays in the right place. Nice and tight. Let's see if we fixed it. Helped. We did not fix it entirely. Let's see if it's a back or if it's just that side that's doing that. This back corner. Almost as if this could go forward a little bit that way and maybe correct it. Let's see. Now, each time we come out of these holes, we're going to have to put more material back in because we're compressing it and we want to keep tight fittings. So, we'll pop him back out, hold him over, let our little sponge hold it up back there. I'm going to carry this shoulder forward just a hair. Same here. That's it. Now we're just going to follow it. This is a situation where we can really easily go too far. We only need maybe 1 mil. We could accidentally go 2 pretty easily. We're going to exercise restraint. More pieces inside, break them off. So that hole. Break it off inside. Otherwise, you're not going to get a bite on the next screw because we're moving it way close to where it was already. Again. This time I'm going to try to aim a little bit towards where I'm going. I'm going to pull my screw over there a little bit, but it's going to break out the shoulder on the other side as well. And it's still going to act as if it's going in the place I wanted it to in the first place. Just watch that hinge. That corner's not going to move when it seats. See? Just goes down. Just goes down. This one, we'll do the same thing. Because we filled up that other hole, it's not going to draw that way. And what that means is if we pull this hinge forward like we did, it should twist it a little bit. And this back corner that was sticking should be over that way a little bit more. We could be wrong. Okay, that corner dropped, the back corner dropped. Something caught at the front. Let's see what. Not catching much, but right at the very, very front here. That should be a pretty easy fix. I'm going to try to do it without putting any pressure on the box. So what I want to do is take that piece we just made like earlier today, took a strip, we put some 80 grit on it, and we glued that down. That's all we got to do is run that across this edge, just like that. And that'll shave that edge down. And as I go, I'm going to round over, and that'll let it get past that harsh corner. I am going to sand these corners down a little bit too. But we'll start with this. And I don't even think we need to do too much with it. Because again, I do not want to put an excess of pressure on this joint right now. Let's go ahead and work this inside of the box itself with the 80 grit on this little pad. That'll give us a little micro bevel in there. That'll give that box lid somewhere to drop into. But this all should make for a pretty tight fit. With a little sort of round over right here to give us some mechanical advantages. Once again, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I hope I'm doing something beneficial to you. And if you got questions, I got answers, maybe. And if you don't, you're just chilling and want to watch, right on. Thanks for that. If when I get off of here, you want something entertaining to do, Kay McCall up there will drop his link for you. And Woodchucker Caleb will also drop his link. They are also woodworkers on complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Mr. McCall does this beautiful detail work on his earrings and things like that. Caleb grabs a chainsaw, knocks a tree down, and carves a woodchuck in it, out of it. Or a bear, or an alligator, or a cow. I don't know. So many things. Couple talented guys just putting you on. Oh, didn't that sound good? Get out, get out. Too tight. You hear a little panic in my voice, isn't it? No, 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 no. I'm gonna put a little paper on this too. Oh man, y'all are very welcome. What's terror? Uh-oh, I maybe missed something. Doo-doo-doo. Hey Ed, hey Billy, how are you? Have a nice one, I gotta go. Okay, see you later, Frank. Brand new litter yesterday, hard to beat. Rain on a hot tin roof. Rain on a tin roof. Brand new litter, that's so cute. Not working out just now because of the PNE is cold and blah. Might tempted to bundle up and carve with the buns. Oh, you got some wabbits. Some rascally wabbits. Your favorite one is Mr. Peanut? I love that Mr. Peanut. He's just sitting in the corner back there with the clown with his butt out. So how many rabbits does a litter of rabbits make? It's the comic reference, but Billy the butler from the boys. Oh, I missed it. I often miss pop culture references. My wife is like if you want to go to trivia night, that's your girl. She's got a head full of, I wouldn't say useless information, but not necessary information. Says the guy sanding the box. Just because he wanted to make a box. Useless information loading. I wish I could hold the volume of information that my wife can hold in her head. Oh my God. If you watch any TV show, she can tell you every actor on there. She can tell you their full names, what else they've been on and when. Really astounding. Subtle roundovers on those edges go a long way. This wood is very dry, very linear, so it's really prone to splintering. So none of these corners can be hard, crisp corners, because they will just be broken corners in a matter of minutes. Though I do, and I'm very attracted to this sharpness of these edges. It is not a functional item. Some woods are hard enough to do that a little bit. This one's not. And now I'm just making sure all these corners are the same height. Nice and clean, smooth on these edges that would have needed sanding at some point anyway. Let's see how we fit. I like that little click. I don't like it. That is pretty snug though. I'm going to put some more work on this edge here. Gosh, I hate to do that with the epoxy there. Let's try it this way. That round over going in will help. You're exactly right, Siege. And this is dry wood. Any environment it's going to be in, it's going to be moister than this. We don't want that. I was thinking about, I got some magnets to work it up, but I'm not 100%. The way that this is grabbing, that was better. Okay. I like it. And there's a couple things I'm gonna do. A couple things I'm surely gonna do. And here on this back side, a little bit off. Not a big deal. About a 32nd of an inch, but I can feel it. I'm gonna lightly sand that down. Right here. Quick way to knock down some material, but you don't want to make a habit of sanding against that grain. This is gradual, so I got to go around that hinge as well. Don't worry about this. This is all getting its own action separate. Okay, that's better. Not perfect though. Let's see what this will do. This could maybe happen also with a little small plane. I don't think I'm accurate enough to do it. That's better. That's better. Oh, this is so what I wanted to do. Go ahead and put the mask on and look like somebody who cares about himself. I know this is more exciting with big equipment and stuff, but I really want to get a good finish. And I really don't want swirls. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to make this old discarded wood look nice. But it's 100 years old. It's like, gotta do something. All right. Now we cheat. I'm going to cheat on the front. Not a lot. But that would be nice to do on a shooting board, I tell you. I think I'll cheat a little bit. So we cheated a little bit. And we got that to deal with. And also be addressed with a little cheating. That's good. That pretty good. This wood has so much character. It's worth this little bit of extra effort, man. Just to get a little bit more out of it. It's so interesting, like this wood almost sort of forces imperfections in it as you go because of the texture changes. It's close to a straight line, but it's very hard to get a perfectly straight one because it's so linear. Your straight line wants to follow those lines, and those lines are really close to straight, but not. Sort of reminds me of oak, but lighter and much more fragile. It kind of becomes a habit around those corners as you approach them. It's also become a habit to eyeball the imperfections I don't want to take out. Like there's so much character in this wood, it would be easy to do too much thinking that things are problems or imperfections when they're just really the character of the wood itself. Hold on one second. Sorry, you guys. Conversation with the president of West does it. The person, not the entity. Okay. We are cooking with the gas, no? With the gas? Yes? Oh, snap. I lost my chat. Hold on. I'm going to wax off my own way. What does that mean? And people who popped in and back out. Yeah, that's happened. It happens. It happens. I don't fret it none. I don't fret it none at all. As soon as that phone rang, if that thing say the woman, ain't but one the woman per phone. We gotta pick it up. All right, let's maybe put some. We're not gonna be smooth yet, not with this 80 grit, right? But we can see what our wood looks like. Sans the old stain and whatnot's gone. These corners we're gonna roll like this, where our corner came together, because we want it to look sharp. So this will keep it tight in that joint and strong, despite what's happening at the bottom. See? Start on one side, and then you do the other side. Just pinch that corner together. You can do that while the glue is wet too. It'll also work. You can do it with glue after the fact. It'll also work. DJ West does it on the ones and twos. All right, let's see what it's going to look like, at least dust free. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I don't know if I want to put any extra hardware on it. I kind of think I should. The first box I've done looks like it's got freckles. Right? Set a number only for the promptly changed twice. Compression will help deter chipping and flaking as well. Gives a nice finish as well. Nice ripping ridges with harder rings. Maybe trade with a Smith for a pin clasp. Well, I made my last couple, and I am also thinking it wouldn't be the worst idea just to have a little pop up something, maybe a little hinge pin. Don't know, but I kind of like it. Seamless looking. It almost doesn't look seamless. Doesn't look seamless, but I don't know. Being honest, I just don't know. I'm thinking a lot of ways. I could just cut out a little section right here where you can just grab the top, open it up. That would be the simplest way, which I'm not in much opposition to. I don't want to get too ornate because he's been waiting on this for a while. Not an exceptionally problematic amount of time, but I want to get it to him soon. So if I can get this finished today, I can get it out tomorrow. So maybe I'll just do that. Let's find a halfway point and make a mark right there. We'll get a Forstner bit. We'll go in a little bit. We'll give ourselves a little flip open. Nice and simple. Let's see what size Forstner do we want to use. Doesn't need to be super big, right? So, could be big though. That thing might start tearing heavy. That's what I'm worried about with that one. Let's see if I got a little more docile version than my other box of Forstners. I may not. It just might be my own imagination being cowardly. That one's got more teeth. It might do a little different. Benjamin looks like a big guy. He's probably got big hands. I'll use this. And I'm gonna have to fasten this to my desktop somehow. I'm gonna have to open the hinges up without putting pressure on them somehow. Gonna be some work, but I think that'll be worth it. Let me get my tape measure. Give me a good measurement. Full length, we're at 12 and 5/8. Perfect. Half of 12 and 5/8 is simple. Jesus. Here's what we'll do. 11 is right there. 5.5. It's right there. Easy peasy. Say it with me. George and Wheezy. Now we got to make a jig for this. Let's see what we got. We got a battery charged up over there. Indeed, we do, sir. How long you been talking to yourself? A while. What's a while? Like a few minutes now. A few minutes now? No, I've noticed you doing that in the past. You been watching me? Never mind. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Some dude. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this hole in this first to establish dominance. Then we're gonna look at how that hole cuts. It's gonna leave a little daggone pin in the middle. I don't like that little. It's necessary for the cut. I don't like it, but I can't go all the way through. Cannot go all the way through. That makes no sense to do. So what I'll do is a half moon cut, but I'll go a little bit towards me so I don't accidentally put the tip through. I know. Enjoy your joke. Enjoy your joke. Oh. Have you not been looking at me this whole time? Am I that dumb? That's my fault, y'all. Let that sit there. Feels good. Looks good. Will it cut good? First, I'm going to correct the mistake that I made on this one and put this clamp handle on the inside so I don't have to get it in my way when I get to drilling and dealing. So what I'm going to attempt to do is go about halfway through and then stop. So I've got a place to put my finger in there, but it doesn't go all the way through. Nothing can come out. Nothing can go in. No way for you to drill this hole this way freehand. There is no way. And we are already remarkably almost where we want to be. Cleaned it up a little bit because this wood is so much softer and drier than this pressure treated that I cut the jig out of. So now we've got that. Nice and easy. Yes, George and Wheezy. Class, you have outdone yourself this time. Clamp box with you. You can stay there. You can sit there. You can get off. Congratulations. 6.25 is close enough. Spoon gauge, maybe. Look what we did, though, y'all. Look what we did. That's nice. And it's neat. It's neat. That's my favorite part about it. Simple, neat. All these edges are smooth and flush, clean. Oh, this box feels good. I don't even care what it look like no more. All right. Except I do. Except I do. All right. I'm going to turn the vacuum on. Get the little bit of leftover crap off of this desktop. But I really need to put the 220 on it. I need to sand it for real, for real. Sounding like Jimmy two times. Real fast, y'all bear with me. We're going to put this 120 on it. And there's nothing wrong with you guys sitting still for 1 minute while I get this. I'll give you something to do. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. If you've done that, go ahead and hit the membership, man. It's just a matter of time. What are we even doing here? What are we even doing? Where are we going with this relationship? Like, are we friends? Are we serious? Am I making you boxes? Am I not making you boxes? I don't want to just be making boxes and there's no future in it. You know what I'm saying? I need to know where this is going. Because you know the next step in this relationship, box giveaways, moonlit live streams, nature walks to the fishing bank. I mean, all the things from the Bible. I like this dark part right here on the front. That's why it's on the front. But I hope it doesn't get weird when I put the the oil on it. Because I don't know. I've not done one quite this heavily seasoned. I do know this stuff soaks up a ton of linseed oil. A ton. Don't know every project that I'm doing. I have another project in mind. Looks fantastic. Thanks, Ascending Blazed. Appreciate you. So, the eventual project that these are guiding me towards is a purse for my wife. I know she's not watching the stream, so I get to talk about it. But I want to make a really high-end wooden purse, carry bag, the whole joint. Maybe leather too, as well, like wood and leather. I want it to be somewhat soft, But yeah, it's hard to find a good, cool project to do for my wife. Plus, I got her earrings from Echo Woodscraft that are better than any earrings I could make, and they are awesome. So I get a little bit of credit for that. So I get a little bit of credit for that. I think that's the 220 I'm at the 120 all the way around. So we can go ahead and jump to the two twinkles. I don't know, one last time across the top. It's like fishing. And you're like, yeah, this is the last sand. This is the last pass right here. One more pass, and then we're going home. Load the car up while I just reel this last line in. And then you hear zoom. That last one didn't count. That was a practice exit. That was my mock dismount. 220 on the way. 220 with no delay. Yes, sir, Bob. What if you needed a grit that make you not stand this? And all you need is 220 on the day. Ouch. If that had splintered into that fingernail that it tried to, I would have passed away live on YouTube in front of all my friends. What happened to Wes? He is no more. Hangnail he could not endure. He was once working on a budget. Had a truck, double trucked it. Had a clutch, double clutched it. Had a chicken, twice he clucked it. Had a goose, damn near ducked it. Saw some TP and quickly flushed it. Saw a pilgrim fired his musket. Shot him clean right through the nugget. They could not believe that Comanche busted. He walked around like he had no fusses. Talked a lot, rarely cusses. Sat on the stoop and rode the buses. Knew some Jims, knew some Gusses. Only one box builder in this town. Wes does it. Oh, smooth like baby. I don't know if you ever rub baby, but they're very smooth. Smooth to your touch. Now on the wood as soft as this, 220 is also going to be doing a little bit of shaping, so you want to be very aware around the edges. You're not just smoothing out. You can actually be having some notable impact. Now, even after I do all of this, don't worry, I am going to go ahead and put the finish on it, because I'm probably as curious as you, if not more so. But I still got to figure out what the inside's going to do in terms of holding the knives in place. So I'm going to probably have to cut some foam and or some leather if I've got pieces big enough to go in there. But so far so good. You like it, I love it. Let's go ahead and put the vacuum on it one more time, get all the dust off of it, and then we can go ahead and put the linseed oil, see what it's looking like. I'm really curious mostly about the top where we've got that green epoxy in there. All right, I think we're good. I think we got most of it off there. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like in our next episode of Beneath the Surface with West Does It. West Does It. Teenage Superstar 53. Okay. Thirsty Woods should look at some old Chinese ones. Multiple materials other than others of all wood. Yeah. crumbs. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be super thirsty wood. Let's go ahead and get at it then. In fact, I'm gonna go with a cloth with this one, microfiber. Keep a little bit of the frizzing down. Shop cloths are good for most things and for most times even. These seem like they will release a little fabric, a little lint. This is doing it as I cut it too. All right. See what we got. Apparently my phone didn't like taking a photo with the live was running. Hard restart. Oh, that sucks. Well, so. All right, maybe if we ever wondered, let's start inside. Wonder whatever became of me. Just got richer. Like it didn't drastically change, got richer. I like it. And I don't even know what this base is inside of here. But it's that paneling, that ancient paneling. I'm gonna just saturate this thing because I know I'm gonna be using it anyway. Might as well just soak it up right now. Living on air in Cincinnati. That's some gorgeous grain. Thank you, Siege. I like it too. Have you ever used the beeswax walnut oil combo? I have not. I have used almost literally no oil but this and mineral oil. And I greatly prefer this. Lion's been telling me about the raw linseed oil too. And Mr. McCall makes his own blend. Seems to be a beautiful combination of sheen and protection. Now, this is mostly for protection, obviously. And then I've gotten into some color with this same wood before, with the door that we built out of it. And it turned out really good with kind of a gray, like a deep gray. And then I had a little blue undertone that I mixed in with it. So this wood does take stain pretty well because it's so porous. It really allows it to blend. So I liked it. I really like the way that's looking right now. It's getting like ultra mature all of a sudden, right? The green is showing. It's showing as a sort of an interesting little feature. It's not screaming at you, for sure. It's not very contrasty because it is so fluorescent green. It's just that the holes are so small. So not much opportunity. I thought about using that piece with the big knot in it the knot hole in it. And I decided against it because I didn't know where that hole would fall, but I think I will strategically use it on the next one. Oh, it really liked that second coat. Now I'm all thinking about what can I put in right there in the different wood in that little recess. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to do something. Oh man, I keep delaying this. No, I'm not. Not. Get it done. Get it to him. Clean and finished. Would you? Could you? Please. Monseigneur with the lead. This wood really goes a lot deeper than you expect it when you see it sanded down, right? Doesn't feel like it would get that deep. But I wanted to send him something in every way. I wanted all of it to be somewhat unique. This is not really a unique box design. I'm sure it's been done. But one thing I'm almost certain they don't have in Denmark is 100-year-old American chestnut. So that ought to suffice if I don't over decorate it. And we do still need to put in our magnets. We've got at least one magnet's going to go in here so that when it shuts itself nice and snug. What else will I make you a casket? Holy smokes. If I said, yeah, that sounds like a threat, wouldn't it? Hey, pal, I'm making your casket right now. Good Lord. I might make mine, though. I will probably make my own urn. That'd be nice. The West Desert urn. All right. I thank y'all so much, man, for hanging out. This was an adventure, but we got it built. Before we go, ceremonially, we're just gonna sit the knives in it, just so that we can look at them in it. and maybe figure out how I want to arrange them. Like a pair of Western pistoleros. That's what we got, family. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna figure out some way to cushion those bad boys in there. Get it all wrapped up. See y'all next time. Thank you. Dueling shivs, right? Exactly. So, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was fun. And we'll have some more fun when all of this dries. We still got to figure out how to get those to sit in there and not wiggle around in transport. But I think we got something that looks interesting enough to be happy to open up. And then like, ooh, inside there's treats. So, thanks again. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the buttons before you go, and go check out the shorts. I got a ton of them. That's pretty much my thing. But I'm going to get out of here. See you later. No spray foam. Gotcha. Bowl rep. Peace. I'm gone.